Hi, Friendzonies. It's Danie Steele here, back with another Keeping It Real with Danie Steele. Thank you so much for tuning in and catching up with me again. So, I want to talk to you guys today about whether you're new to interracial dating or you're just young and you haven't, done it yet, or you're older and, you're interested in dating interracially. I want to just talk to you guys real quickly about the way that men can approach you, I guess, if you're thinking of interracially dating. So, for example, I'm going to do this from a black woman's perspective, dating interracially, particularly white men, because this is the most common swirl that is talked about, interracial dating, swirl for short. And again, I don't really advocate for interracial dating because I don't advocate for any type of dating. I feel like you should be with who makes you happy, and not just makes you happy, like I said before in previous videos, but you should be with who elevates you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So yeah, that's my feeling on that. But anyways, so this video is about how white men approach black women, and is it similar to how they approach white women, and should you give them your time, basically. And my thing about interracially dating, like I've said before in my other videos, I know a lot of pro-black YouTubers particularly don't respect interracial dating, and it is what it is. I really don't care on individual opinions about the issue. But because so many people have that feeling that to be pro-black or to be about black empowerment, you cannot date interracially. If you decide to do it anyways, the way that I am, as I've said before in many other videos, you really have to hold your partner accountable for their privilege, or make sure that they're holding themselves accountable for their privilege, or else you're just not really doing it right. It just doesn't make sense for you to be experiencing racism and then coddling their feelings on top of it. So that's one of the reasons I don't advocate for interracial dating, is because people don't really want to talk about how difficult it is for a black person in America to get on the same level with a white person in America when we live under a white supremacist society. So if you decide to date outside your race, if you're a black woman and you're interested in dating a white guy, maybe a white guy's trying to holla or is, creeping in the DM or whatever, I feel like you need to understand that these dudes with these pages talking about some, swirl, 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 black women, black women, black women, these white men that have these pages, I would hesitate. I would hesitate on that type of person coming at you from that approach. A guy who's just like, I just love black women so much. It's like, one, you should love all black people. If you're trying to love black women, then get with loving all black people, because that's what we need. Okay, I don't really need a guy who just loves black women. What's not to love? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's not to love? They're like, they're so beautiful and they're this and that. Okay, of course. Now let's move beyond that. We're experiencing, systemic racism. What do you have to say about that? Is there anything you want to do about that? And I feel like a man that is truly interested in black people, who falls in love with or is attracted to a black woman, is a lot different than a white guy who's just like, I only date black women. Like, how, who, what, where, when, why, and how? Who, what, when, where, how, and why do you only date black women? Like, I can't remember what video I was watching, but there was a video, or maybe it was an article. It was an article. A man was talking about how, it's kind of weird for a person to date exclusively outside of their race. You know, just like I only date exclusively outside my race. And if somebody's telling you that, you need to ask them, why is that? You know? Don't tell me it's because you understand black people and you get it and the blah, blah, blah. You could never understand the experience of living as a black person in America until it hits you. But, you know, what you ladies don't understand is, and I'm making this point as well because of some interactions I've had on social media lately with, you know, different people. I've had, you know, white men talk. I've seen white men talking about other black women who are about black empowerment, saying that they like black women, but they don't like this particular black woman because she's divisive and she, you know, basically because she's talking about race and she's calling out your problematic behaviors. So now you don't like her, you know. And if you're a black woman and you see a white man talking about that, like how he doesn't like another black woman because she's speaking about empowerment, like you need to really consider if that's somebody that you want to be with. You need to consider if this person is telling you not to talk about race or race issues are not important. You need to consider if this is someone that you want to be with. Like I said, these dudes with the big old fan pages on Instagram and shit, you know, talking about how much they love black women. Nigga, where is your legislation? Where is your legislation? What plans do you have to make the situation as living as a black person in America better? Because nobody cares that you like black women. Nobody cares that you find them attractive. That's great. What's not to love? But if you're not going to do something for our empowerment and our advancement out of the white supremacist state that we have been in for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, then like I don't really need you around. Just to be honest, I don't need you around. You know what I'm saying? Black women, you don't need to be with a white person who's basically just using you for sex. Basically just using you because you look good or you make them feel hip or you make them feel progressive. You're either hip and progressive or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like you either care about the issues or you don't. And what I need, you know, young, beautiful black women or, you know, older black women, either way, we're going to be beautiful. What I need you guys to understand is these are tricks and schemes that they're pulling, you know, with these fucking pages talking about how much they love chocolate and how much they love black women. I just love chocolate so much. That's great, nigga. Go to the store and go get you some. What is you looking over here for? Nobody cares about your page. They could never get a white woman or a woman of a different race, I personally believe, by calling them a food, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like like I said, I might be chocolate, but I'm not your chocolate. So you calling me chocolate, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? We might say that to each other as black people, but they're not calling each other mayo and you know, toilet paper or what the fuck ever. You know, they're not, you look so good, like the color of toilet paper, or, you know, love that male skin. You know, they're not doing that to their women. So why are you flattered by somebody calling you chocolate? Like, why is that a winner? Why is that a panty creamer for you? That shouldn't be a panty creamer, ladies. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly feel like a lot of these men are going after black women because they know how vulnerable black women are because of racism and because of colorism and because of anti-black sentiment. They understand because of, you know, what seems to be a disproportionate number of black men to black women. Because of these things, they understand that black women are vulnerable, and then they want to come and slide in your DMs talking about some, oh, I love chocolate. I like, who cares? You know? And like I said, this couldn't work with other women. Like, they couldn't do it. If a white guy had a page with a bunch of white women and he was calling them vanilla the whole time and he tried to hit on a quality white woman, she'd be like, ew. And I'm telling you this from personal experience of knowing many quality white women. They wouldn't fall for it. You know, they'd be like, ew, why do you keep calling me vanilla? That's gross. That's weird. Stop. Why do you have all these pictures of white women? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, flattery is one thing, actual interest is another. But don't let these dudes play schemes on you just because you're interested in the swirl. Don't get played. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that big a deal. It's not worth it. And again, you know, interracial dating is not any different than dating any other way. You know, it's not different than intraracial dating. It's just, it's, you know, dating a white person is the same as dating, if you're black, a person of your own race, or any other ethnicity. It really is. It's, you're gonna have the same dating standards. You know. Just because, you know, he's a white guy doesn't mean he's gonna make the whole world like just turn completely different for you. Like, it's just not gonna happen. And also, you know, their privilege is their own. You know, so if you're dating someone who's experiencing immense amount of privilege and they don't care that you have to face the exact opposite in terms of, you know, systemic and blatant racism, you know, then we're done here. We're done here. You don't need to do that. You don't need to be with somebody who doesn't want you to be able to maneuver through the world the same way that they get to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's it. That's all I have to say about that, I guess. Yeah. You know, just be very careful of any guy that, like, you know, a lot of times too, these guys, and it doesn't matter, white, black, whatever, you know, if they're interested in sex and they're just like sex, 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 drop them. Drop them now, because they're already proving to you what they're about. You know, you want, unless that's what you're interested in, then, you know, that's be on your way. But don't play yourself. That's all I'm saying. Don't play yourself. You know, play lotto. You got a better chance at winning. Don't try to play me. Play lotto. But yeah, you know, don't let it happen. And, you know, we deserve better. You deserve better. Anyone who's looking for a true partner deserves to have a true partner, not someone who understands how to manipulate and, you know, discovered how to be an ultimate, you know, Instagram or social media pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him approach you on a human level before you take him into consideration. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram at Danie Steele and Facebook at Danie Steele, and also Periscope at Danie Steele. And also follow us on Instagram at The DK Show. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I call you guys friend zonies because you're always in the friend zone with me. No, okay. I don't know. I make shit up. Okay. All right. You guys rock. Until next time. Bye.